Ames Web number 19. Here we go. You correctly answer 40% of the questions on this test. If the test had 30 questions, how many questions did you answer incorrectly? So, you notice I have certain things circled, underlined. Why? Yes, because it's key information we need. For instance, here, you correctly answered 40%. Right there caught your eye. The test has 30 questions. You need to know this. But here in the main question, how many questions did you answer incorrectly? It's the opposite of what it started, so that means you need to do the opposite. You need to do what the question itself is asking, and there is the question itself. So, if you answered 40% correct, how many did you answer incorrectly? Well, what did you really want to get on the test? Didn't you really want to get 100%? Yes, you did. But if you answered 40% correct, that means you answered how many incorrect? So that's a subtraction problem to find the opposite. So 0 and then 10 minus 4 is 6. So you answered 60% incorrect. Now, let's set this problem up. How do you think we're going to set it up? Many of you said a proportion. So if we have 60%, all percents are over what? 100. How many questions are on the test? 30. Is that the numerator or denominator? It is the denominator because it's the whole. The whole. We want the part, the incorrect part. Now, some of you want to cross multiply and divide. Some of you want to find the scale factor. But we're going to find the rate of each side. So we're going to change this problem up, and I'm going to teach it a different way today. So here we go. This is a side. This is a side. Now the point here with proportions is we're proportioning it out. We're balancing out the equation. So let's start with something simple we all know how to do. Let's turn this into a decimal. Let's find this rate. So how do we do that? That's right. Numerator divided by denominator. So 60 divided by 100. I'm going to put a decimal, put a couple out just because we don't know how far. I'm going to bring that decimal up to the roof so I know where he belongs. So 100 goes into 600. How many times? 6. 6 times 100, 600. Do the math. 0. I'm done. Don't have to go any further. So this equals 6/10. This is a 6th grade skill. You know how to do this. Now, since this side equals 6/10, what must that side equal? 6/10. Because our philosophy, what I do to one side, that's right, do to the other. 6/10. Now our job, we're still solving for the same spot. So here we go. Let's figure out how all this worked. You know how this worked. You said right here, let me change colors. 60 divided by 100, 60 divided by 100 equaled 6/10, right? So now this means cloud divided by 30 equals 6/10, right? But we can't solve this side. So what can we do so we can solve this side? We divided, but I need to find my answer. What do you think? Go backwards. The opposite of divide is what? Multiply. So let's see if it worked on this side. So this way was 60 divided by 100, so this way must be 6/10 times 100, better equals 60. So let's see. 100 times 0.6, that's 0, 0, 6. I went over 1, go over 1. Oh, look, there's the whole number, 60, 60. So it does work. Let's do this side. So this was cloud divided by 30 equals 0.6. So let's go this way. 0.6 times 30. So 30 times 0.6, 0, 18 over 1, because I'm going over to the decimal spot, 1 space, over 1 space. Oh, look, there's my whole number. 18 is the answer for the question. How many questions did you answer incorrectly? You answered 18 questions incorrectly.